Time for the SMX Insider post-race show from Foxborough, Massachusetts. Inside the home of the New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium. And let's get you straight to the highlights to show you what went down on an entertaining night. It was cold and windy, but the action was hot. Eli Tomac, fresh from his Triple Crown victory in St. Louis 2 weeks ago. He was ready to go again. Leigh, Diffey, Ricky Carmichael with you. Let's hit it, RC.
Yeah, 450 Supercross main event. And look at that start by Cooper Webb. When the money is on the line, the guy shows up, and he's a two-time Monster Energy Supercross champ for that reason.
Somebody who was not going with Cooper Webb was the guy who led the championship coming into this main. Center of your screen, the 18. Jed Lawrence gets tangled up with Malcolm Stewart. He's buried in the pack.
Well, that was a very close call. And what happened is Ken Roczen's bike slid to the outside a tad, and 18 adjusted for that, ran right into Malcolm. And then there you see Eli Tomac going down early, grabs a handful of throttle too early. Rear end goes right over the top of the rut.
Tomac and Jet Lawrence would kind of help each other through the field to a point where Jet said, all right, I've had enough of following you, champ. I'm going to get by. And Tomac fought valiantly, but could not find a way back by the youngster.
Check this move out right here, man. That was good heads-up riding by Eli Tomac. Jet Lawrence turns down early to get by the lapper. Boom! Eli Tomac was right there.
This fight was epic between Ken Roczen on the 94 X-Star Progressive Suzuki and Chase Sexton. Sexton was so determined, so patient, but Kenny proved to be such an effective counter and rival for so many laps. He made Sexton's life hard until finally he got by for that second spot.
You just wonder what happens had Sexton made the move earlier on Ken Roczen, what that would have looked like. This was for the checkered flag right here.
4th win of the year and first at Foxborough for Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing's Cooper Webb. Lawrence wasn't done with yet. He needed to make this pass on Jason Anderson to keep his championship lead. And it was that close.
It gets no closer than that, and that would have been helpful for the points. He would have not been tied with Cooper Webb and gained a little position, but nevertheless, he put himself in that position, and it was a heck of a fight to get back there.
That's what it's all about, some family time. A Webb, Sexton, Roczen podium as we take you to the results, and you can peruse these. An outstanding effort in 9th by privateer Justin Hill.
Well, Justin Hill absolutely against a very tough field, and he's capable of those kind of performances, but also shout out to Justin Cooper. He had a really, really nasty crash in that heat race, so great job coming back to 8th.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Look at the top. We are all tied.
It is close, and I would have never expected this, Leigh, when we were sitting at Anaheim for round 1 early in January, and it's been an incredible, incredible season thus far with 4 rounds remaining.
Well, to that point, there have been 6 different winners this season. That hasn't happened in more than 25 years. That speaks to the caliber and the quality of this championship right then and there. So then you break it down a little bit further. Jet Lawrence, 5 wins on the season. After that win, Cooper Webb, 4 wins on the season. No surprise to see those 2 guys at the top. But yet again, Cooper Webb showed everybody and reminded everybody what a fighter he is.
Oh, man, he's just got that dog in him. And I go back to, we talked about it at Seattle, he just finds ways to win. And to be a really good champion, you have to find ways to win like that. I mean, he never could bridge the gap on Ken Roczen. And then next thing you know, then he's got Chase Sexton, the defending champ, all over him and wasn't able to bridge that gap. And he wanted I'm sure he got all the pressure that he ever wanted, but at the end of the day, he crossed the finish line first, and that's what you do. It's not always pretty, but I will say this, he had the fastest lap in the main event, and I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to ask us, who do you think the favorite is? Is it Jet? Is it Cooper? Or is it Sexton? Because Sexton's not far off this championship. And after what we've seen this season, it's any of those 3 guys. It's any of those 3 guys that can win this championship. And I could make a strong argument for each guy of why they could win.
And there is a great deal of mutual respect between them. But we've now got a new rivalry on our hands. Webb and Lawrence.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch. You got this young rookie who is this new shiny object, and you got an old vet, right, that has won this championship 2 times, maybe not always the fastest, but he's savvy, he's sneaky, and he's there when it counts. And I feel like this could be his year, and Jet has no more room to slip.
Right.
No more.
So, and keep in mind, and we'll say it again because it's a valid point, Chase Sexton is only 15 points back. Let's talk more about the reigning series champion with JT.
So I'm standing in the section where you heard me on the podium asking Chase Sexton about this inside-outside, where he was making a lot of time up on Cooper Webb, and this is the area where he thought he could actually make a pass on that last lap. And I want to show you the difference. Now, this is where Cooper Webb was going. He was on this inside. You can see how hard it is, and there's no traction here, right? So he can't get on the gas hard. He can't really accelerate through this section, so he's almost idling through this corner, where Chase Sexton was stepping off of the tabletop, going outside to this berm. You can see how much traction here. There's a lot of loose dirt where he can really get some grip and accelerate back hard across it. Now, had Cooper Webb had eyes in the back of his head, he would have been able to see this line taking shape in the middle of the main event, but he can't. Chase Sexton was using this lap after lap, closing in on Cooper Webb, and this is just the difference. As tracks deteriorate, lines take shape. This is something that Cooper Webb will go back and watch during the week, and he'll be thinking about next week in Nashville. I've got to keep an open mind, so when the lines come in, I don't lose a lot of time like I did here in Foxborough on Saturday night.
Hi folks, Leigh Diffey from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.